And I'm your one and only Lady G.U.N.S, which means I'm absolutely greatness under no stipulation.
I am the delightful Hashabagaya Miss Divine. Ha, drop my.
And I am the only and one Willi Wax, Security Man of the Year.
And I am Deborah G. Health is wealth. Don't forget that.
And the place to be.
Yay.
Hey.
To be. Absolutely. And don't forget to shoot me an email if you want to know more about my body butter. Thank you so much.
What if they want to call you? Can they call you?
704
Hashayaba.
615-6183.
Feel it in your spirit. I think we need to say it
again. In your sexy voice.
In your sexy voice. Get that cougar.
Hit me with
Get that cougar voice.
Vandross real quick.
704.
We can't hear you.
You gotta be loud though.
Yeah, you gotta be a loud call girl.
Loud.
615. 61.
Oh, Lord.
She did a Jill Scott on that.
She's a bouncer. She's a bouncer.
Make the cougar noise.
The Cougar family.
Right.
What's your Instagram again?
Big Sister Diva.
Yeah.
Big sister.
Big Sister Diva.
I am the younger sister of two, but she's this tall. And ironically, she had two daughters, and we say they're our twins. So her youngest daughter is almost 6 feet, and her oldest daughter is like 5'6".
Wow.
Got it.
Okay.
It's a small world after all.
Method behind the
It's a small world
And they're best friends. And they actually, yes, had their rooms strawberry shortcake and Winnie the Pooh until the older one went to college.
Two of my absolute favorites, childhood favorites.
That's
Strawberry
what their
shortcake
rooms
and Winnie
look
the Pooh.
like.
Why?
Cake.
I did
Exactly.
too.
I'm about to say
I was
strawberry
like,
shortcake.
yeah.
No.
Carrot cake,
Of course, that was
red
back in
velvet
the day,
cake.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
I had the doll and it smelled like strawberries. Matter of fact, my first fight was I broke my strawberry shortcake lunchbox. This dude kept pulling on my pigtails. My mom would whoop me because she thought I had taken my hair down. And I was like, no, like they keep messing with me. She said, next time somebody touch you, I don't care what you got, hit them with it so they'll leave you alone. And I did my go-go gadget Spinderella move, strawberry shortcake in hand, closed my eyes, and all I heard was doom, doom, doom. And I took off running with just a handle.
That's the
Left the evidence behind.
And three little boys laying on the ground.
I love that.
With the name tag on the lunchbox.
Sure did.
It's like,
I
is
saw my
this your
thermos
lunchbox?
rolling in the street. That was it.
Were you a part of this yesterday? No.
It wasn't me. I wasn't there.
Look with the handle
And
back there.
Innocent till proven guilty.
Now I got home with my pigtails intact, but my lunchbox was broke.
So she got beat anyway.
That was one of my
Wow.
issues.
Strawberry shortcake.
When I came home from school, I looked nothing like the way they sent me.
Exactly. 'Cause you put on the halter top and the little mini skirt.
No.
You changed when you got to school?
no.
'Cause that's what you
I
girls
was a
do.
tomboy.
Girls do that all the time.
I ain't even gonna lie.
No, I wanted to do what the boys were doing because it seemed more interesting than just having a little doll playing with
party
it.
and all
Yeah.
that.
Little did y'all know
Wow.
we were doing the same thing with G.I. Joe action figures.
Just
But
sitting there
Barbara
playing
needed
with
her.
it.
We just had our
G.I.
own
Joe.
little scenarios going on. It can't even move good.
Body move way better than G.I.
I
Joe.
used to be flipping the whole dog like, oh, he did a backflip through the river. Ain't no river.
That's a pea puddle. You ain't even know.
Jimmy wet his pants again.
We were so green
my
back then. They didn't
pants.
want us playing
When I
Barbie
ripped
with
my
G.I.
pants.
Joe.
Right. None of that
At
stuff.
12 years old, well, of course, see, my dad was military, and I have to say this because I'm
Disclaimer.
honest.
Be honest.
When we moved south and we saw young girls pregnant, me and my sister would say, "How did they do that?"
Oh.
Yep.
Want me to show you a picture?
I'm confused. I missed that
It
one.
was
What
something
happened?
only mommies and daddies could do.
Being in the military environment, we were not exposed to
Absolutely.
teen pregnancy and,
Right. So when we saw it for the first time, we couldn't understand how they got pregnant. How did they do that? Because it was something we only knew mommies and daddies to do.
Right. So if you're not a mommy or a daddy, then
How did you do that?
Well, I can't say that. In my generation, everybody's just like, baby, baby, baby.
right.
Because
It's fascinating how different.
Times have
have changed.
I understand now what my grandparents were saying to us.
What were they
The
saying?
times my grandmother said, all y'all want to do is listen to those reels.
Reels.
Reel to reel.
Right.
That's all they knew. But we had record
That's
players.
before they had.
reels, then 8 tracks,
Listen,
then
I was thinking about Fish and
cassettes,
Post.
then CDs.
Right.
Vinyl.
It was before vinyl.
No,
Reels.
Like literally, it was it looked like
It's like a tape.
Like
it
a
looked
tape.
like the old fashioned
negative.
where you got the.
Like a cassette tape.
Thank you. The sound effect helps. Okay.
Yeah, and so they say,
Really?
y'all want to listen to those reels, and of course our skirts were shorter. At
Exactly.
the
That's
time.
what I was saying.
And we were hot tail girls, and
Exactly.
we actually didn't know what hot tail,
she thought that was a compliment.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I'm the hottest of the hot.
And so, yeah.
That boy called me a hot tail.
and that's a more modern looking reel to reel. But can you imagine being a DJ with a reel to reel?
I actually watched a documentary
Know how to
on
start it
the
and
first
stop
person
it.
to do that. She was actually a woman. I found that super interesting. She was the first woman to cut those reels and put it into a musical mix.
Was that a black woman?
She was white.
Was she white? Okay. I read.
We
I
can't
saw
hear you.
something like that.
Yeah.
I saw something like that. I read so much. I go on the internet and read. I go when I
They
go
say
in the
don't
doctor's
read.
office. You think
Get
that I have a
articles and
magazine or a book, but most of the time I
Right.
take one of mine with me. But I read so much. Sometimes I don't even know where I
My
got my
mom-
information. It's
True.
My mom is trying to start a family book club, which I think is hilarious because you know how vast our character and personalities are. So the subject matters of books coming along to the family, we're like, and my brother suggested a book, and actually, believe it or not, it's a real book. I think it's Everything or Helping Black Men Understand Black Women. And then there's one written by his counterpart that counterattacks it, how women can understand black men. But that went into a whole stream of commentary. I feel like Just a Text Change should be our book club.
Right.
Because they go back and forth. Yes, The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. And that is written by Shahrazad Ali. My brother suggested those. The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Women, written by Shahrazad Ali. Yeah.
It's funny
So-
to know that you have to have a book now to understand a black man.
And it ain't gonna tell you
Any
what you
rate,
need
a
to
man,
know.
period.
Thank you. Hey.
A man, period.
That just lets you know how the brain cells of a woman
Wow.
has shrunken over the years.
I knew he was gonna say something
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
No,
That's not crazy because the man is the most simplest,
You
easiest.
don't really want much.
Exactly.
But it's understanding
Feed 'em?
what they want.
Like when I think about it, like when I talk to
It's
my girl,
not
she be like,
that
"Are you
difficult."
okay? Are you sad?" I'd be like, "I'm okay. I just got off from work. I'm hungry."
Exactly.
Baby, are you okay? Well, I was tired and this woman got on my nerves, but I guess it was all right.
No. But women are complicated. Men, simple, easy. Feed me, sex me. You know, it don't take much.
And if you meet a complicated man, you don't need to be around him.
Exactly. He got some
Yeah, some problems.
gender
only
issues.
thing, the only difference.
He like Wesley.
Huh? We're not gonna talk about Wesley.
Who is Wesley?
I don't know.
Wesley Snipes.
For real, y'all
The
was telling the
actor.
truth.
Yes,
Yeah.
Snipes.
Gunn said that Wesley Snipes was a homosexual.
Yeah, we gotta
How did
put
you
it on
say that?
She
You
said
did say that.
I was
he
reading
has
an
a partner,
article.
which we all know in 2019
Literally.
what that means.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, I want to know what the article said. Like,
It was
please
right
do.
there.
She couldn't find it. She couldn't
Wesley
find it.
Liz, it was the article I
make
was
it up.
reading was no.
That's how you spread rumors.
I actually don't have to make up anything. The internet
you
does
couldn't
enough of
find
that.
it.
I couldn't find it because I didn't read it
Okay.
today.
Okay.
I read it earlier this week, and it was talking about him and where his partner lived. And it was
Partner?
some sort of
It mentioned the word partner?
Literally, they didn't say his wife. They didn't say his girlfriend.
What's it say right there?
And-
It says wife.
But listen,
What's it say?
he's also
Wife.
divorced. He
is
is
he?
also divorced. Look, that's why I was reading it. When I saw
Wesley, we gonna hold it down for you, bro.
I
That's
mean,
right.
do what you want to do with
They
me.
are
Remind us
fighting.
you played too many
They
times.
are fighting for you.
I mean,
Man up.
I can't.
Man
at
up,
this, and
Wesley.
at this point, I'm
can't
like,
see it.
you
I
know,
can't see it.
if you do, then what does it
No,
have to
but
do
I
with me?
I can't see that.
It ain't gonna change
He's
my
too
life.
masculine. He's very like masculine.
So are a lot of other ones.
You all are
A
forgetting
lot
that
of
what
them
is their
need
job.
to be masculine.
Actors.
And it would be a different outcome.
Right.
Right.
Actors.
yeah.
You
'Cause-
act masculine.
Right.
Hey, that is true.
And even if you were of that persuasion,
true.
I've seen several of them that because of bullying and people stereotyping and beating them down and stuff, because you know back in the 80s, 90s, they beat you down if you didn't act a certain kind of way.
Absolutely.
So they got into the gym. And they took martial arts and they took gun lessons. So you mess with them now and see what happened.
I ain't gonna lie. Playing football in high school, like it was a lot of the
Locker room?
guys. Yeah, it's like the
In the
locker.
shower, made you feel good.
No,
What?
never.
What?
Really? He said
You,
never.
you peaked
Wax
just
off,
once.
wax on with the
The truth shall set you free. You
it
had
was
one
just-
eye open. I understand.
No,
I
no.
was watching
ahead.
a movie recently.
No, let him finish your story.
Yeah, let him finish. Come on.
But it's just like you
coming out the
gotta.
closet.
Okay.
You gotta no. Willi Wax is not coming out the closet. There's no closet at all. But
I have a house that ain't gonna even have a
Like
closet.
a
You're
lot of
waxing
those
now.
guys, like you like until you see it happening, like you never understand. Like a lot of those guys,
What
I'm
did
just
you
like,
see?
We're football players, and then like somebody comes to school in a dress, and you're like,
Wait a minute. What?
A football player?
yeah,
Come to school in a
Yeah.
dress?
No way.
No.
No.
my right hand to God, right hand to God.
I couldn't figure it out. The other right hand.
Because it's just like my generation. My generation is one of those generations where it's just in my time now. I see that it's becoming socially acceptable to let your business just be out. So guys come into school with nose piercings. Guys come into school with bras on. Guys come into school
Nipple
with dresses, tights. I don't know about that. It's too close.
Isn't that too much of a
But like you end up having to get accustomed because you don't want to seem like one of those people who cannot
Homophobic.
accept. Yeah, like you can't accept the world how it is. But it is unnerving for you to be walking around the hallway and see
Your
a group of guys.
linebacker.
A bearded
yeah,
man.
like a guy my size that has tights on and a halter top.
Ooh.
But at that same point, you know.
He's sponsored by Nike.
In the next couple hours, we gotta go practice. we gotta go we
We gotta be in the shower.
yeah, and you know it's no
I'm gonna be funky today.
I mean,
Do these shoulder pads make
I
me
ain't
look
gonna lie.
big?
I ain't gonna lie. They offered us shower. Like they would be like, you can take a shower after practice. All of us would like, and you always knew because it
I'm
would be
good.
like all of us would be like, no, I'm gonna take a shower at home, and it would be like 4 or 5 of them that would stay and take a shower together. I'd be like, okay, I love you guys. Let's just go. Let's go home. Let's go home.
What do you think of my helmet?
They had weave-in, like they had weave-in and all, like
Are these black folk or white?
black folk.
All of them?
Yeah, every last one.
No white.
She's like all of them.
No,
She's like,
no,
please,
no white.
keep hope alive.
I can honestly say I've never ran into a white person who dresses like that. Not ever, not even once. Everybody I've
What
seen.
school you go to?
I went to Vance,
went to
Zebulon B. Vance High School.
Oh.
He said the whole name.
So you know exactly.
Here in Charlotte.
What do
Yes,
you-
yes, ma'am. I'm a native of Charlotte, North Carolina.
What is your thoughts on the transgender trying to get into Spelman and likewise to Morehouse?
That, in my opinion, that is a all-women's school, and it should remain an all-women's school.
But if you identify yourself as a woman when you wake up in the morning,
Yeah, but that you are right. That does play a part in it, but in my opinion, it should just stay the same. Like,
base it on the birth certificate.
I feel like today, I feel
whatever
like
your natural birth classification is, it won't be a hate, but you gotta
It's the
understand
birth
on
certificate.
on a collegiate level,
going by
that
the
is
legal
an
documentation.
all-girls academy. So there shouldn't be, even if you believe yourself to be a girl, you're still a guy. You know what I mean? You can classify yourself as what you
call
want.
yourself what you want to call
but
yourself,
You're still
but you
a
will
man.
not call yourself a student or alumni.
Understand? You can go anywhere. Go to
Morehouse
Harvard.
or
If you want a great
Spelman.
education, go to Harvard and be transgender.
I'm wondering if there's a class action lawsuit with respect to that.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't know where they are in that process,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen or read anything, but I would imagine
that they would be upset.
that
What you
So
think,
my
Deb?
question is, on an application or any information with the
Passport,
college,
You check.
does
it's
it
complicated.
say that
complicated.
yeah, we classify your identity from your birth certificate? You
But
know,
it doesn't say that on the application. It just
Right.
says male, female.
right.
Yeah.
So however you identify yourself, that's what you
They
put.
need,
Well, here's
this
my
will
deal
fix
with that,
everything.
though.
Gender on birth certificate is what they should put. Male,
Absolutely.
female.
Yep.
And that'll
Because
fix everything.
if my problem is, I can go around saying I'm a man all day long.
Be all in the men's
And-
bathroom.
Right. Okay, but when something happens to me physically
Then you no longer.
and they think I'm a man, oh, she's a woman. Oh my God, this is what's wrong with her. We're doing the wrong operation because she's you get what I'm just trying to say. You at some point have to let someone know what you actually are.
Yeah.
Because I don't want anything to be mistaken that would cause my life
So
outside
now
of
you're talking about hospital medical history and stuff like that.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying,
forms,
yes.
health forms when you go to doctor and stuff
Absolutely.
like
so
that.
they need to know.
But I'm assuming that they would know.
Yeah. My
Because
mom's a nurse, so she.
They doing prostate exams and stuff like that. They ain't doing that on a woman. At least I hope not.
Yeah, but,
'Cause-
but a man
So-
that identifies as a woman may
Right.
not be getting
Right.
Well, no, even with that.
those exams.
Even
But
with
the
that.
doctor gonna know.
Yeah, they got to know.
Depending on what type of test.
Unless you got an operation done or something. But even then, I
they
would
know,
imagine
because
you still
every
know.
doctor,
No, some of
when
these
you go
men out
to a
here
doctor,
fooling.
they're able to
My doctor,
access your entire.
my doctor
medical
asked me to
Right.
cough.
Yeah.
You can tell by a cough if a man is a man or a woman.
It's
Nah,
what
it's
you
you.
do,
Yeah,
what he
see,
doing when you cough.
so you understand.
Exactly.
You know, when it's a different physical for us than y'all.
Exactly.
We cough.
And that cough signifies
Yeah.
They look at your Adam's apple.
Nah,
No.
you just.
Because women don't have Adam's apple.
Right.
they feeling you when you're coughing.
Yeah.
Feeling you where?
Feeling you down there
Down there in the back or front?
in the
in
front.
the front.
Okay,
The
well,
prostate.
then.
The doctor.
Prostate exam.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah, the
doctor. That's
It's-
part of the
it's a
physical exam.
Just like they have to check y'all and make sure everything's okay with y'all.
They're
have to
checking
do
your
the same
breasts and stuff like that for lumps and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, they check your testicles for lumps
'Cause you know
and
you
stuff
can
like
have
that.
testicular cancer and all that. They
stuff.
gotta make sure.
So they down there checking the rooter and the
But
tutor
it
to make sure that
seems-
everything operating
yeah,
right,
At some
which I
point,
appreciate.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
they have to know
Somebody got to tell me
what
something
your
wrong.
true
You feel me?
gender is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For like you said, if I wonder what happened if they looked for Jane Doe as a woman. Because you've marked female, so they're looking for the medical records for Jane as a woman,
Right.
And it's not
But now I get
John Doe.
My mom is a registered nurse. She works at the university hospital. From what she explains to me, your medical history is your medical history no matter what. From the point that you are a guy all the way up until you become a woman, that is a medical history. So it any doctor that has that, of course you have to tell them, because with that runs the risk of accelerated risk of AIDS, STDs, all that. And then on top of that, and that's for the doctor's sake.
Absolutely.
Because you could think that you're dealing with a woman,
Absolutely.
and if you're a doctor and you don't know, you could be dealing with somebody with AIDS,
Right.
And then that's a problem. So yeah, they keep a extremely close line on that, simply because the STD, AIDS, herpes rate is so high in that particular community. So they keep a extremely close watch on that particular.
I have a
We've
question.
actually done some research on Spelman based upon what we had talked about earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
And meet the first openly trans man to graduate from Spelman
Oh, wow.
College. So he did graduate. His name is Keo Shad O'Neill. However, as I glimpsed through, his freshman year, he said was horrible.
Yeah,
it
I bet.
was very. He couldn't be himself. He wasn't really welcome, and so he transferred to an all-white school, which he did not mention, and then went back for his junior and senior year. His sophomore year was out, junior, senior, he went back and graduated
Is
from
that him?
Spelman. That's him. And that's him. And my disappointment is
He's not dressed like a woman.
exactly. So
Yeah, he
If-
looks.
Like a dude.
He looks. Yeah,
he's
he's
just like a regular old
See,
guy.
that's the big issue. I know this sounds horrible, but if you say you're transgender,
Yeah.
transgender,
True transgenders go through it all.
the whole
thing.
9 yards.
But sometimes you got to save up some money in the process.
Yeah, 'cause that- yeah.
Because, you know,
What I- from what I
insurance don't pay for
But
that.
even in this,
Yeah.
even he is all man.
He is all man on
Right.
the picture.
On his graduation picture, all boy, all man.
But see, that's the
So if I
fit
would have
they
looked
play
at
on.
that picture
That's
not
the
knowing
fit
the
they play on.
story,
They
you
can
got
go from
into
women to men.
Spelman as a
Okay.
female. So
you're a
my
man now.
application,
And now-
my whatever,
He wanted
and
to
then
be
after I
known
get
as the
accepted,
first
I can dress
I'ma
like a
flip
guy.
it.
He wanted to be
If
known
you're
as
going,
first
if you're
dude.
coming to Spelman, you
Because
need to have on a skirt every day like everybody else.
That's right.
You understand? Like
Your wig,
yeah, the rules apply.
your bra with
But here's my
tissue in
question
it.
for everybody on the mic today. I have a
Tissue.
very important question. We hear about men having the operation to get a vagina. Has there ever been a woman
Yeah.
to
Yes.
have the operation to
Yes.
get a penis?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you know? Do you know?
Yes.
And it works?
Do you know they flip you inside out? Honestly, they flip
Yeah.
you inside out.
I don't
If you're
understand how
not-
that's possible.
So what?
Yes.
What you gotta understand is the female and male anatomy are technically flipped inside out.
Yes.
Just like you have a uterus.
Any
Yeah.
and an outie.
Yeah, just like yours goes into a uterus, mine comes out into.
I got an
a
outie.
penis. You feel me? So they would take your uterus and your ovaries. They would take your ovaries out and they would flip the inside of your uterus out, and they would take mine and
And it would be
push
connected to
And
your
it would
it's
still
like
get
trying to
erect.
jacket
clitoris.
and pulling it.
Can I say erect
Yeah.
over the air? Will it still get will it function like a real penis?
Yes, because it's going to be actually attached to your clitoris.
Yeah.
So
And they got pumps for that.
No. But
Morehouse is
Does it
going to
actually
start
get
accepting
erect? I'm about to do some
transgender.
research on
Yes,
that.
absolutely, absolutely.
So women out here
I
sticking and
recently
moving.
saw a story about that.
Sticking and moving.
Men don't do that.
Oh yes, they do.
Don't you put a bad word on
Exactly.
that.
Listen,
Men don't do that.
Wait, Miss Divine.
Boys do that.
Miss
Thank you.
Divine.
That is true.
Yes.
They
I
stick
can
and fall
concur.
asleep. Then they get up and move.
There you go. That's a good.
If you do it right.
Huh.
Wow, I saw a story on TV, and it was a man and woman walking down the street, and they were talking about, their uniqueness, and the uniqueness was the woman was actually a man, and the man was actually a woman.
You kidding?
But what was so funny is around the house, the man is doing the cleaning, and the woman had on her tool belt fixing things in the house. And
Now you do know that they can have the surgery and remain with their same genitalia. They can. I didn't know that. They can have a surgery to look like a man, but remain that
Still
way.
female.
Yeah, that I was like, if you're gonna do that, you might as well. go
Talking
all
about the best of both worlds.
Yeah, bang, there you go. And I was crazy.
We're going to take a break and come back and
I thought this
maybe
was an odd
continue this segment. Yeah. Hey, family. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour
Yes.
on WDRB Media,
The voice
of the community.
community. Oh, we wasn't singing at that time. My bad.
No,
So is that an
Just
easy
solo
segment
project.
or
No,
an odd
that's
segment?
odd.
That was the first of.
That was the first one, too.